In today's class, we will be studying crop production and management. Here I have learned that all living organisms require food. Plants can make their food themselves. Can you recall how green plants synthesize their own food? Animals, including humans, cannot make their own food. So, where do animals get their food from? But first of all, why do we have to eat food? You already know that energy from the food is utilized by the organism for carrying out their various body functions such as digestion, respiration, and excretion. We get our food from plants or animals or both. In order to provide food for a large population, regular production, proper management, and distribution is necessary. What is the agriculture practices? When plants of the same kind are cultivated at one place on a large scale, it is called a crop. For example, crop of wheat means that all the plants grown in field that of so there are variety of crops grown in different parts of the country. Despite this diversity, two broad cropping patterns can be identified. These are kharif crops. The crops which are sown in the rainy season are called kharif crops. The rainy season in India is generally from June to September. Paddy, maize, soybean, groundnut, and cotton are kharif crops. So, now we will talk about rabi crops. The rabi grown in the winter season, October to March, are called rabi crops. Example of rabi crops are wheat, gram, pea, mustard, and linseed. Besides these, pulses and vegetables are grown during summer at many places. Cultivation of crops involves several activities undertaken by farmers over a period of time. You may find that these activities are similar to those carried out by the gardeners or even by you when you grow ornamental plants in your house. These activities or tasks are referred to as agriculture practices which are listed below. And let's discuss about it. The agriculture practices are preparation of soil, sowing, adding manure and fertilization, irrigation, protecting from weeds, harvesting and storage. So we will talk now preparation of soil. The preparation of soil is the first step before growing a crop. One of the most important tasks in agriculture is to turn the soil and loosen it. This allows the root to penetrate deep into the soil, and the loose soil allows the roots to breathe easily even when they go deep into the soil. Why does the loosening of soil allow the roots to breathe easily? The loosened soil helps in the growth of earthworm and microbes present in the soil. These organisms are friends of the farmer since they further turn and loosen the soil and add humus to it. But why the soil needs to be turned and loosened? You have learnt in the previous class that soil contains minerals, water, air, and some living organisms. In addition, dead plants and animals get decomposed by the soil organisms. Turning and loosening of soil is very important for cultivation of crops. The process of loosening and turning of the soil is called tiling or plugging. This is done by using a plug or plug are made up of wood or iron. The soil is very dry. It may need watering before plugging. The plugged field may have big clumps of soil called crumbs. It necessary to break these crumbs. Leveling the field is beneficial for sowing as well as for irrigation. Leveling of soil is done with the help of leveler. Sometimes manure is added to the soil before tiling. This helps in the proper mixing of the manure with the soil. The soil is moisturized before sowing. Water agriculture implements. Before sowing the seeds, it is necessary to break soil crumbs to get better yield. This is done with the help of various tools. The main tools used for this purpose are the plug, hoe, and the cultivator. So we will discuss what a plug. Plug is a being used since ancient times for tilling the soil, adding fertilizer to the crop, removing the weed, and turning the soil. This is made of wood and is drawn by the pair of bulls or other animals like horses and camels. It contains a strong triangular iron strip called plug sare. The main part of the plug is a long rod of wood which is called a plug shaft. There is a handle at one end the shaft. The other end is attached to the beam which is placed on the bull's neck. One pair of bull and man can easily operate the plug. So, this is how we end the chapter here about the crop production. Thank you so much.